everyone, I am back with another video, and this video is for those who keep asking the question, why do I keep dating these type of guys? Where are all the good men? Well, typically you date people who you attract, and what I mean by that is anybody can come your way, but the type of guy you actually give the time of the day means you're giving off a certain signal to make these same type of guys come your way. So if you say, I'm always dating Dusties, these guys always tend to not be what they appear to be. They may come one way, and then once I start dating them, they're either a jerk or they or like to physically harm me, or mentally or verbally. They are just someone who is not who they appear to be. Well, I have news for you. If you feel like you're always dating the same type of no good men, there's an easy fix for that. First, take a look into the kind of person you are. Okay? And when I say look into the kind of person you are, it's not just your character or your personality, it's also the vibe you're giving off. And that vibe could be how you are actually carrying yourself and how you're dressing. If I wear a super skimpy outfit, I'm gonna get a different type of guy than if I wore a very conservative outfit. If I wore an outfit with certain labels, like designer labels, versus something without designer labels, I'm going to get a different type of guy. You have to realize it's also where you're located at the time of getting the guy, not necessarily where you live, but where you're located. If I'm at the church, a different kind of guy would approach me than if I'm at the club. If I am at school, a different type of guy would approach me than if I'm at a country club. So it depends on your environment as well. The friends you're hanging out with, because the same thing, that aura, who you're with and how they present themselves. So with that being said, hopefully you understood that. If you can get to that part, if you can understand your environment, how you're dressed, what you're looking like, how you're doing your hair, all that matters. Okay? If I had my hair right now gold with rainbow colors, I'm going to get a different guy than if I wear my, I dyed my hair. So it's more of a darker, my hair is normally more brown, but if I get if I wear my hair like this, then if I make it more straight, if I have it cut shorter, I'm gonna get a different type of guy. You have to realize that you are your representative, you are your brand, and how you present yourself is how others will be attracted to you. So if you're looking for a guy just for money, you may get a different type of guy than someone if you're going straight after character. If you've seen enough of my videos, you know I'm a character person. Of course, money matters to some degree. And when I say it matters, I mean it matters to the point that you want the person to have a job or want to be ambitious enough to be able to provide. So yes, you want that. However, that should not be your motive for wanting to be with the person. You want your person to be, like for example, when I met my husband, I was like, wow, he's a great guy. And not only is he a great guy, he's a great father. He's not going to abandon his children. That's not his personality, because I looked at character. He's not going to mistreat me in any way. He is not going to harm me in any way. He's a good person. Does people step out of their frame sometimes? Yes. But you have to have deal breakers and standards and things for that. So with that being said, and when I say step out your frame, I mean they're not going to always be picture perfect. Sometimes people, they do things that are not necessarily part of their personality or character. Is what they've done is not indicative of who they are. It's not a habit. It's not something they have done more than once. more than once. So to get that, so now that we've gone through how you present yourself is how other people see you, and how other people see you is not just that. Once they see you, you can either decide not to speak to them or you can entertain them. The issue that we have is many women entertain men that are not indicative of who they say they want. So if a woman has all these standards and preferences, this guy is coming one way, but he doesn't meet her standards or preferences, yet she entertains him. She wastes her time with this guy. She still talks to him. So a great example would be a guy comes and he approaches me. He goes, "Hey, yo, shawty, you look good." If I entertain him and I know I don't want to be spoken to that way, I wasted my time. Okay, if he comes and grabs my any parts of my body, if he grabs me, then and I still entertain him, it shows that I'm okay with that, and to him may not be the truth, but it may show him I have a little bit less respect in how I'm treated, or how I will allow him to approach me, especially if this person doesn't know you. So you have to take a look into these things, okay? If a guy grabs your arm, he doesn't know you, to stop and talk about how good you look, or grab a part of you. If he talks to you, "Hey, yo, shawty, hey, what up, fine girl?" Like, he doesn't know you, but he's talking as if he's familiar with you. You have to realize if a guy goes ghost on you in the very beginning, this guy is not interested in you. If he gets heated, like puffed in the chest, upset to the point where it's not a good thing, but he has done more than just that. If you know you don't like that, do not entertain him. Entertain him means do not give him your number. Do not decide to go on a date with him. Do not even flirt with him, because you don't want to give the signal that you are okay with what he's providing, what he is doing. So if you're tired of dating dusties, you cannot give him the time of the day. If this guy does not have ambition, if he doesn't have a job, if he's not working on his own business, if he's not doing any of those things, if he's asking you for money to help fund whatever he's doing, if he said he's right now emotionally not available, if he just wants to be friends but not your girlfriend, and you know you want something serious, do not entertain him. Any guy who says they're not ready for anything serious, but you know you do not want to have any casual anything, do not entertain that guy. If you know that you have what it takes to be a wife, but the guy wants the benefits of a wife but does not want marriage, like he's telling you, "I'm not marriage type," but he wants that lifestyle, he wants to shack up, he wants you to move in, whatever those things. If it's not part of your standards, do not do it. You cannot tell someone you have standards but then go against those standards. You can't say, I don't want to have a intimate relationship if I'm not with the person for enough time that I can gauge their personality, or this is the person I know that is the one. And if they are trying to get you to, or they're trying to, you know how when you take someone home after a date, you either go to their house or they try to come into your house? Don't do that. You can't let someone in your house at night and think nothing's going to happen and say, "Oh, we're just getting coffee," when you know that this is typically what happens after a date, and you already told him you're not interested in doing anything physical. You can't stay with the person or live with the person if you know that that's not something you want, because you don't want to give mixed signals about what you want. So your standards have to align with what you're doing. If you say you do not want a bad boy, then do not be with someone who meets those terms. A bad boy is typically someone who likes to get into trouble. They like to risk being in handcuffs. Okay? They take risk. They do illegitimate activities. They do things that could potentially hint around criminality. Put them behind bars. Make them be part of some type of organized agenda, if you get what I'm trying to say, without saying it. So the point is, you want to be with someone who says, does, and portray, not just to you, but to others that they know. So like you see them around family and friends, outside of necessarily you being in the midst of them following that same character. And it cannot be over a week, a month, or 2 months. It needs to be, this is how they are consistently. 5 months, 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, a year. What they say, what they do matches. What they say, what they do matches. They cannot say one thing and do another. They have to walk the walk, talk the talk. And you have to walk the walk and talk the talk, okay? So it's very important that if you do not want a dusty, a lazy person, a person who's after you for your money, or after you for your status, or after you just for your looks, after you for what you have, that center, for you just for eye candy, just for you to mask something that they are trying to, they do not want the world to see. They're using you as a rebound. They're using you as, for whatever reason it is. You do not want to send the signal that you are okay with something that you know is not part of your standards, that is a deal breaker, not what you were looking for, and probably not a preference. I do not agree with too many preferences, because sometimes preferences can be very unreasonable, because everyone's not going to be your everything. However, if the person is someone you just know, this is not you, there's no type of chemistry, then don't be with that person, because all you're doing is setting yourself up, and they're up for failure. Also, you don't want to look for these things and several years have passed, a few years, because a lot of times you can determine a person after a year and a half, but after this point, if they're not meeting any of these standards or these goals, then they should be gone. And typically, if they haven't even met it at the 3-month mark, they should be gone. But if there's still some quirks, after a year and a half, you need to cut your losses, because you'll be wasting your time. I truly, truly believe that if you make sure you have a list of standards, the guy cannot be part of anything illegitimate. He cannot talk to you or anyone in a rude or disrespectful way. He cannot be someone who does not want to work, does not have character, good character. All these things, if he doesn't meet these, that's it. Cut him off. In fact, some of these people you can cut off in the first week, the first day, after the first date. So you should not be dating these dusties. or simps. You should not date these people. If they're after you for one thing, usually you will know. People do more smooching than talking, and that's why they don't know. They're so busy doing other things rather than talking. That's why you don't know about the person and what they have to offer in the relationship, because they don't want to offer anything. They want to take. There's something they're trying to take from you, and you don't want them to take. Not what they're trying to take. They could be trying to take something, some jewel from you, from your center. Ladies, men, women could be trying to take from your wallet, okay, or what you have, that extra leg. So you have to be careful not to just go and rush into things intimately, but talk to people so you know what they're about. That's all I have for you. Comment, like, subscribe. And if you have more things that you want to hear about, let me know, and I'll definitely talk about it. All right. If you want to book a session, go to mymentor.life /DanielleDeVita for any coaching.